My notebook, I want to ask you. How are you?
Description of today's proceeding and analyzing it at the same time. Please, you all are highly welcome. I can see your names in the comment section. Kindly let others know that we are live and direct, decimating the zoo and disseminating information. Proper information, of course, to our people. Now, I have something I want to remind us, in case for those of you who have not seen my pre-recorded broadcast few hours ago. Before we proceed to the transcription of today's, of course, today's, proceedings, let us see. I want to show us something here. After showing us this, and then we will proceed with the matters at hand. Where is it? Just a moment. Where is it? Where is that stuff? I'm going to read here. After reading it, then you just hear I'm not going to analyze it because I've already analyzed it a couple of hours ago during my pre-recorded broadcast. Now, it says here, Africa's biggest cause isn't colonialism. It's our refusal to think. The Africa's biggest cause, our biggest problem. Until Black Africans learn to reason critically, challenge authority, you must challenge authority, and demand evidence over emotion, we will remain trapped. Not by foreign hands, but by our own mental laziness, he said. Not by foreign hands. So you can change this, not by foreign hands. You can translate it in so many ways. Not by foreign hands, which our problem currently may not be by foreign hands, or our freedom may not come from the foreign hands. So you can translate it, you can analyze it in so many ways, depending on how you want. And whichever way you analyze it, you are correct. Right? And now, the most important aspect is this. And when we demand evidence over emotion, when we begin to demand evidence over emotions, when we begin to hold them accountable, I thought this was full. Evidence over emotion. When we begin to hold them accountable and not just to challenge the authority, but equally demand evidence, not emotion. Not somebody coming on social media to tell you, oh, I have spoken with Donald Trump. I have met American powers. We have reached an agreement for arms. We have done this. We have done that. And I call it Akumuokoko. Ndi beribe. We must demand evidence over emotion. We must choose to demand evidence. Show us evidence, Oga, and stop talking to us. We are not fools. Somebody will come and tell you, we have 150 or 1 million commanders. And there is no evidence of the works done by the so-called commanders. And they na akoliaka. You see, and dalorin in a luncha, demand evidence over emotion. That is the only way we can succeed. Nnamdi Kanu showed us evidence. That's why we are sitting at home today for him for over 4 years, going to 5 years. Mazi Simon Ekpa showed us evidence. We were not following him because of emotion. He showed us evidence. And that's why we all are hoping that he comes out soon. Because even within our minds, all of you following those criminals, you know that they are doing nothing. You know. That's why you want Simon Ekpa out, Nketa Nkechi, because you know that those criminals you are following are doing nothing. Apart from all the propaganda on social media, they have nothing to show for it. Nothing whatsoever. I said nothing. When I say nothing, you have your right to counter me when I post the link to this very program. You have the I want the most educated people, because they say others are trash. Thank God I'm not among the trash. They call others mediocre. Thank God I am not among the mediocre, because you cannot be begging mediocre to come and join your camp. Until the mediocre say, I'm not joining your criminal gang, then he becomes a mediocre. That means you are out of your senses. So I want those professionals, professors, doctors, nurses, and the high people who are held in high esteem to come and ask me questions today. Why are you people always run away? Why are you running? Why can't you come and defend your idiocy? I will allow you microphone. Come and defend your crime. Let us see how crime can be defended. Come and defend your robbery against Biafran people. Come and defend your crime against Biafra. Come and defend your lawlessness. I want people from Biafra to come and defend their lawlessness today. So we must demand evidence over emotion. We must choose to see evidence, not emotions, not to follow sheepishly. Evidence-based struggle, not propaganda or emotions. Now, Kaiganu Bionya Ekolo, Ubionya Ibaleko this morning or this afternoon, sorry. You can see on your screen, we are going to start reading immediately without further hesitation, because a lot of things have happened already, and here we come. Endeavor to let others know that we are live and direct. Please, wherever you are watching me from, We are live and direct on one platform, our sister channel, Biafra Unite TV. Please, we want to subscribe to Twitter, to X, so we can be able to start, having our programs on Twitter. We equally want to pay for the subscription of our platform, or not our software that we are using for the broadcast. I have been doing it on my own. Anybody who want to support the gospel of redemption by helping us to subscribe, not to give me money. I don't need your money. I need no dime from you. You are not even giving me money to pay. I am not collecting a dime from you to pay. I don't want it. You pay. I will show you how to pay. You pay from your location. Wherever you are, you pay from your location. You pay yours by yourself, not giving me money for me to pay. I don't need it. I need nothing from anybody. I want people who will dedicate, one person or maybe two, one for Twitter and one for the software that we are using. If you are interested, you want to pay for Biafran gospel, not for me. You are not paying for me. You want to pay for the gospel of redemption for Biafra and for Biafran people, get in touch with me once we are done with this very broadcast. We are using two softwares to get you this broadcast. I'm using Restream software and I'm using StreamYard software. I used to pay them by myself without asking anybody. But in Cape Azua, if you know you want to put a helping hand for Biafra, get in touch with me once the broadcast is over. Now, of course, we have to continue. We have to continue. Today, we don't need the headline. Let us go straight, of course, and read the outcome of today's proceeding. The federal government has insisted that the alleged threat by the leader of outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to break up the zoo, the country, and establish a Republic of Biafra was not an empty threat. So, the problem here is that Nnamdi Kanu said he and his people want Biafra. Why the zoo is panicking that we, the zoo animals, don't want Biafra. Why Nnamdi Kanu said, me and my people, we want Biafra. The zoo is in the north and in the west, trying to impose, trying to tell us what to do in the east. Why they know that they have no authority over us, apart from their police and their army putting AK-47 on our heads. That is the only authority they have over us. But in our mind and our heart, they have no authority on us. We know that we are not together with Nigeria. We can never be together with Nigeria, but they are trying to force us to be together. That is what they are doing. So, all over the world, I have never seen anywhere in the world, including in the zoo constitution, where they say that anybody who said they want to leave the zoo has committed a crime. There is no any law whatsoever that says you must be with me. Forget about the so-called in the word. That word is always anytime I don't know why. In my mind, I am getting that word right. But when I want to speak it out, it's not possible. Indissoluble or indissoluble. Can somebody help me in the comment section? In my mind, the word is there, but I can't be able to talk it out because that word does not exist. For people who want to be free, there is nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. Negodi brain mother. Like uche mmadụ. The way people are thinking is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Somebody wrote a comment, not paying for you, but get in touch with you. I think you people, I think it's time to unmark. It doesn't even know how to write. I think it's time to unmark you people using Biafra to rob people. You see, using Biafra to rob people. Who are the people using Biafra to rob people? You don't even know what to say. You are not paying for you. Are not paying for me. If you don't get in touch with me, how will you know what you want to subscribe? How would you subscribe? I'm the one to give you the direction on how to subscribe to the platform, to the software. Because if you don't get in touch with me, you cannot be able to subscribe. The software, I am the one who of course created my own part in the software. The software does not belong to me. So I opened it. I opened my own broadcasting, part inside the software. So if I don't give you the login, you cannot log in because it is my own part. It is my part. I have to give you the login. If you don't get in touch with me, you cannot get my logins. My logins to the software is not in the public, because if I make it public, then you hack it. People like you will hack it because you're a criminal. Oh, yes. So if you get in touch with me, I will then give you the login for you to log in and see how the software works, for you to be able to subscribe. Oh, yes. You are not paying for me. If you don't want to subscribe for the Biafran gospel, then you leave it. I am not begging anybody for it, because this is not a help for Biafra Unite. It is a help for Biafra gospel to continue, not for me. If I need help, I cannot be sounding like this. I will be on my knee begging. So I don't need any help. You are doing it for Biafra, not for me. So criminals like you who made that comment, you are just here to find who will associate with you so that you remove them from this broadcast to your own criminal part so that you can be able to rob them, because you're a scammer. What you are here the comment you are making is not even your target. The target, you need people who will respond to your comment so that you begin to chat with them and take them out of this very program and corner them one side, give them one useless orientation and scam them. That is why you are here. I'm not going to mention your name, but people have already seen your comment in the comment section, so they know you are the one I'm talking to. You're a scammer. Nobody should respond to that person. He's a scammer. Because this is what they do. They come to my live broadcast to make friends in my live broadcast. Fake friends. Once you begin to respond to them, talking with them, then they will take you out of the broadcast and give you one orientation, then scam you. That is what they do. So I have to bust them so that people know. Anybody that is constantly responding to your comment, trying to get your attention, like this person here, run from that person. Is a scammer. Yes. So we have to continue. We must continue. At least on some idiot, when they come with their idiocy, you respond to them without mentioning their names, so you don't give them promotion. So let us continue and move forward. Don't mind the idiot, they can distract us. The government told the Federal High Court in Abuja that the embattled IPOB leader made a broadcast on Biafra radio station, where he publicly declared his intention to break up Nigeria. And that is a crime in the minds of this primitive Futajalonians. In their own mind, it is a crime for one to say, I do no longer want to belong in this association. It becomes a crime. While in their so-called constitution, which they are finding it difficult to amend or to rewrite, in their so-called constitution, there is freedom for association. There is what they call freedom of association. Even freedom of speech is there, even though you are not free to speak. Because when you speak, you get yourself in trouble. Because why they are judging Nnamdi Kanu today is because he spoke. And how did he speak? He said that we want freedom. In their mind, it becomes a crime. In their mind, it becomes a crime. I want the zoo, Nigeria. I want Nigeria to show the world how freedom of speech has become a crime in a democratic setting. I want them to show the world how somebody who said that I want freedom, whether you want to put it to break up Nigeria or whatever, whichever way, I want the zoo, I want Awomolo. Awomolo, you are the lead counsel to the federal government of the zoo and DSS terrorist organization. I want you to convince the world how freedom of speech has become a crime in a democracy, irrespective of whatever that person says. Sedition has been abolished because of democracy. Sedition has been abolished for democracy to thrive, because with democracy, there will never be sedition. Because with sedition, democracy can never thrive in the world. It is not possible. So you have to you have to remove sedition. You have to abolish sedition for democracy to thrive. With sedition, there will be no democracy. These are two things that work differently. They work in a different way. Listen, when you have sedition, you will never have democracy, because democracy is the rule of law, whereby there is freedom of association and freedom of speech. But with sedition, you cannot speak. There are some words you cannot say. That's why when they don't want to use the word sedition, rather they say incitement. Inciting and incitement. Inciting. They forgot that incitement and sedition is the same. Oh, yes. But when they say incitement, it makes it look, ridiculous. It makes it look bad. It makes it look like a crime. But in actual sense, it is not in the Constitution. Sedition has been abolished. It is not there. Because when there is, of course, freedom of speech, it does not have clauses. There is no clause in the freedom of speech that Constitution guarantees every human being in the zoo. There is no clauses that you must not say this one or you must say that. There is no clause at all. It is freedom of speech. Then when you say, like Nnamdi Kanu said Buhari was dead, why did you not put it in the charge? That should have been one of the charges. So when you say ikwu ife dị anya ịbịakọwa ịkọwasịa ya, ọ bụ na ịdị right ịnawa, ọ bụ na ịdị ọkwanụ right ịkwụọ fine, you can never be in prison for saying something, for what you said. It is impossible. In a democracy, in a democratic rule, you can never be imprisoned for freedom, for saying something. If you say something that you cannot defend, then you pay fine. I've never in my life seen where somebody is in the prison genuinely, legally, for what he said, because of what he said. I've never seen it. In a democratic dispensation, I've never ever seen anything like that. But in the zoo, the reverse is the case. Somebody can be imprisoned for saying something, especially when you say that thing and that is against somebody who is, who is believed to be mightier than you. You can be imprisoned. Or even though, because there is no law to imprison you, they can dump you in detention for many years. That is what is going on with Nnamdi Kanu today. Because they can never, there is no law to imprison Nnamdi Kanu. So that's why they kept him in the DSS custody. They don't want to put him in the prison in order for the world not to say, how can you prison a man who did not do anything wrong, who only spoke and said that I want freedom? That's why they kept him in detention, so that he remains detention, not prison. You see the difference? That's why they kept him in detention, so that that word will continue to ring in the ears of the world, that it is detention that they have court approval to keep him in detention for so-called investigation. For 5 good years. Who is that person that is in detention for 5 years without case, without court? Only Nnamdi Kanu. So the zoo is panicking because Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast and said publicly that he wants Biafra. They target terrorism. This is to show you the kind of people you are dealing with. This is to show you the kind of people you are dealing with. When you are dealing with animals in human form, this is what you go through. This is what you go through. Now let's continue. Responding to a no-case application made by Kanu on Friday, Counsel made by Kanu, a no-case submission made by Kanu on Friday, which is today. Counsel to the federal government, Chief Adeboyega Awomolo-san, said the broadcast by Kanu caused Nigerians to live in great fears. Awomolo, when you are talking about Nigerians, by Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast, causing Nigerians to live in great fears, I hope you are not counting Biafrans. I want to believe that Biafrans are not in your mind while you are talking about Nigerians. Because I do not see any reason why Nigerians should live in fears or great fears. When a certain group of people said they do no longer want to belong to this organization, why are others panicking? Are you telling me that this group of people that say they don't want to belong again are the life wire of this organization? Why can't you make it very clear for the all and sundry to understand that the Igbos are the life wire of Nigeria? Whereas you people go on social media to bash us, to talk down on us, while in your mind, Igbos are the life wire of the so-called nation. Why can't you make it open? Make it public that the Igbos, the reason why you don't want Igbos to leave Nigeria is because the Igbos are the life wire of Nigeria. That once Igbos leave Nigeria, Nigeria will crumble. Why can't you make it public? Let us know this fire, all this brouhaha, because you can't be killing people because they say they want to leave. It is only in the zoo or some part of Africa. Why can't you make it public that the reason why we don't want you to leave is because the Igbo people are the life wire of Nigeria, that without the Igbo, there will be no Nigeria? Can you make it clear and give us our flowers? Give us our flowers and stop talking down on the Igbos. Give us our flowers. That the reason why is because you, the Igbo people, are the life wire of Nigeria. That's why we don't want you to leave. The reason why you people are fighting the Igbo people, the reason why you people are unaliving the Igbo people is because you know very well that the Igbos are the life wire of the zoo, and once they leave the zoo will crumble. Make it very clear that all and sundry may understand your problem. How can somebody make a broadcast and say, me and my people want to leave this organization, and then it causes great fears to Nigerians? How? Oh, you have been banking on us. Okay. So you have been banking on us. So your survival as a zoo, or your survival as a people, or your survival as a country lies in the hands of the Igbo people. Isn't it? Now I know, because AC to come down, calculate, this thing, calculate, calculate, often, and in fact, I calculate go years and years to know why Nigeria is not allowing the Igbos to leave Nigeria. But today, it's becoming clearer. It's becoming clearer. So we are the life wire of Nigeria. No wonder Nnamdi Kanu kwuru na ọ bụ na Biafra na Nigeria will die. It's becoming clearer now. So there's the sound, the so-called sound said the broadcast by Kanu caused Nigerians to live in great fears. This broadcast is not any other thing than Biafra want to leave Nigeria. We, the Biafrans, we are not living in great fears for Kanu broadcasting that we want to leave. So if the Nigerians, Yorubas, and the Fulanis, Hausas, and other ethnic groups in Nigeria are living in fear that Biafra people, through Nnamdi Kanu, said they want to leave the zoo, and you are living in great fears. So what are you hiding? Something that we don't know. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Can you tell us what you are hiding? We are asking the Yorubas and the Fulanis. What are you hiding? What is that thing that you people are hiding? We want to know. That you are now living in great fears because Igbo people want to leave. What are you hiding? He told Justice James Omotosho to reject Kanu's claim that he had no case to answer in the 7-count terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government. He appealed. He begged. He begged James Omotosho because he, Adeboyogo Awomolo, knows very well that true, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. He knows. He knows that all the image, look at how he started. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast caused a great fear, or made Nigerians to live in great fears. One man. Now, Awomolo argued that boasting to break up Nigeria is a fundamental security issue. Should we now begin to define security? Should we begin to define security? Should we begin to define the real meaning of security? He argued that boasting to break up Nigeria is a fundamental security issue to the nation, and as such should not be considered as empty threat as claimed by Kanu. Let's continue first. As claimed by Kanu, empty threat. Let's continue. Because since I know Nnamdi Kanu, I've never seen him say that it was empty. Because Nnamdi Kanu has never begged Nigeria for his release. Nnamdi Kanu has never, let me make it very clear because I don't know where this man is going. Nnamdi Kanu has never begged Nigeria to free him. Neither has any of his lawyers begged for his release. Nnamdi Kanu will be released based on the rule of law, based on what the rule of law says, not by beg. Not by beg. You did not keep him in the custody for the past 5 years, hoping for him to begin to beg before you release him. Nnamdi Kanu is not begging to be released. Likewise, Simon Ekpa not begging anybody to free him. He equally made it clear to the judge that I cannot stop Biafra liberation. Tamper justice with mercy. Know that my people are dying. Nigeria is unaliving my people, so I cannot stop. As you are sitting there, I want you to know that Nigeria is killing my people. Therefore, you have to tamper justice with mercy. And I cannot stop Biafra. I can't give up Biafra. He equally told me, live and direct, while all of us were here listening and watching. He told me on telephone, live and direct. He said, Biafra unite. Continue what you people are doing. You people should continue what you are doing. Now, well on buru, no well on mebri feya, no bogumwero kainano. How many of you heard him said it? Live and direct, live while we were all here. How many of you heard it? Or say, oh, Biafra unite. Continue what you people are doing. No, how many of you had it? I want you to say in the comment section. How many of you? While we were live here, he said, no, some Umokoko will not understand it. No, where on ya no, continue on what you are doing. How many of you had it? It was live. On a live broadcast. While phone was put across, he was talking on telephone while I was live here. He said, continue what you are doing. No, okwu ahụ bụ nnukwute okwu and ọ bụ okwu bụ ihe abụ ime onye nna ya dunyere oli ọ na-eji ọkpa agbarịdọ. Ọ na-eji ọkpa tiwa dọ katum otirie dọ. Continue on what you are doing. No ọbọgụ nwere onwe ka anyị na-anụ. On a live program. Onye empire dunyere oli oruo di oji ọkpa atoka ọgbarie dọ. Otirie dọ. The moment he said that, Obi Rumani. Obi Rumani. And there have been a lot of changes since that time. Since that very day, there have been a lot of changes. So many. And that is why the evil ones are panicking. Today, they are all over the place is panicking. Oh no, do go. Adorable manaro. Onodugo adorable manaro cha cha cha. There's a lot of panic in the land of the evil ones. In the midst of the enemies, there's a lot of panic everywhere. Because Onodugo adorable manaro. They are shaking, they are quaking. Those who have made themselves, those that have made themselves the enemies, the impediment, they have made themselves impediment to our freedom. As I'm speaking to you now, they are quaking, they are panicking, they are shaking. And in Abagaragara, because all no do go, adorable manaro, farmer maputago. Farmer maputago, and then when signature. I know me to your buro no ngwasiagi ga check ya. And well signature. And I left my mark. The scars of DOS. The scars on DOS is still speaking to you today. That's why they are panicking. I have my mark. I never fight a lost battle before because I don't engage myself in a battle that I know that I'm going to lose, especially when there is no truth in it. Before I engage, Adam ka lawyer. Even not the cabo lawyer, a lawyer, call ya mpage, a call ya your problem, a cosari or drug him if you equal boezioku, a siano boezioku from your heart. Young check is there or use legal means or check here through legal means. Wherefore may that iwu kon e that iwu, open a that why agwagin one ne that but we are going to try. Obone that why I say in cab offensive this one no problem. Don't worry, we are winning it. Because of what? Oche through the legal means. On a legal point of view, of gonna the right. Your right. Your right. So this one it won't be a problem. We are winning it. He will tell you, oh yeah, nega assurance that we are winning it. Don't worry. Oh ifembo. Before I engage in any battle, I first of all check. I don't just engage. No, not me. Not me whatsoever. Check all the battles that have engaged. Check it. When we fought against Baristifani Ejiofor, Okwife Potaloku, on a live program, the then autopilot joint broadcast, where all of us were there, including Mazi Simon Ekpa was there. I hosted the program. I personally hosted that program. Oh, yes. Mazi was there. Nelly Ofebu was there. Nsima was there. Owa Sophia was there. And the other lady that lives in Italy. I don't remember her name. Faith Ogala, yes, she was there. I think Barawa Sonny was also there. The moment we raised the matter of Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because by that time, Mazi Simon Ekpa did not see what Ifeanyi Ejiofor was doing. And he is not a person that acts based on what he's been told by anybody. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a person that acts based on what you tell him. He's somebody that acts when he sees or when it happens to him. So for the fact that Ejiofor did not, attack or do anything against the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa by that time, so he was not on the same page with us. So when we began to say, look, we have seen already, this is where this man is going. Mazi was, because he was in a constant communication with Ejiofor. Oh yes, Mazi Ekpa was in a constant communication with Ifeanyi Ejiofor then. So he told us, you cannot talk about or insult Ejiofor on my platform. And I said, Mazi, all of us are broadcasting this program. We are all broadcasting this program. So, not on your platform alone. It is on all of us, all our platforms. And what did he do? When Nelly went on talking against Ifeanyi Ejiofor, including Wasofia and everybody, he exited. He exited. But finally, at the end, did he see that? He saw it. Did we win? Did I win the matter? Yes, I won the matter. Because he did not just see it, but Ejiofor also went on to make him, Mazi Simon Ekpa, as his problem. Ejiofor made Simon Ekpa his own problem. He took it upon himself to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa goes down. You all saw his celebration when he heard that Mazi Simon Ekpa was arrested. You saw how he celebrated. He wrote episode. Ejiofor wrote episode celebrating the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa, thinking that that would be the end. He never knew. So did I win that matter? I won. In the matter of DOS, I won. Because before I engage, I look, I check, I cross-check before I engage. So the enemies know the reason why they are panicking is because I have left my mark already. And they know that in this matter, they are done. They are done and dusted. I'm telling you, they are done. I am telling you, because I've given them time for 8 good months for them to do something. They keep on telling our people stories upon stories, using propaganda to run what they call government. Onye nke abụrụ propaganda bata, onye nke ọzọ bụrụ propaganda bata. Why they are doing nothing? Demand evidence over emotions. Demand evidence.